So it starts off with Arjun being in conflict about what to do. Should I fight or should I not fight?
Yeah.
Right? You can translate this into any conflict of your life.
For parenting tips, celebrity interviews, recipes, conversations with experts, DIYs, and lots more. Subscribe to Kidsstoppress now.
We probably don't realize what an important role neuroscience and mental health play in our daily lives and affect our productivity, efficiency, and overall well-being. Dr. Sid Warrier is a neurologist, public speaker, content creator, author. He's all about making neuroscience easy to chat about, smashing the stigma around mental health, and getting folks talking about mindfulness, learning, and changing behavior. Today, we will be talking to Dr. Sid about the effects of science, mental health, our eating habits, and how humans behave and why we behave the way we behave. He's spoken a lot on neuroscience, but he will need to make it a child's play in today's episode. Because if he doesn't make it as simple as ABC, then of course parents can't implement it. Welcome, Dr. Sid.
Thank you for having me.
But I have to also talk to you about this one interesting reel that you've spoken about, which is linking the Bhagwad Gita and neuroscience.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And obviously the Gita, I don't think, was written at a time when neuroscience was the way as we understand it today.
Correct.
How do you even make that connection?
So there are some things that don't change, right? Human beings are human beings. Our brain evolved to the state that it is some 1 million years ago.
Yeah.
Right? Imagining that the Bhagavad Gita was written, say, 5,000-6,000 years ago, still very much the same brain that we have today. Which means that the struggles are the same.
Right.
The inability to focus is the same. Conflict between kya karna chahiye, kya nahi karna chahiye. I'm not able to decide.
Yeah.
I'm confused. These are not new problems.
Yeah.
So if anybody listening is thinking that they are anxious or they are worried and that this is an exclusively you problem, it's not. Every human brain has felt this since forever.
Yeah.
Which means that every human being has tried to solve it also.
Yeah.
So the Bhagavad Gita is solving problems at their time that we are still facing. And so there is a lot of things to understand from that book, which is very much applicable today. So what does the Bhagavad Gita say? That if you are in conflict, this is what you should do. So it starts off with Arjun being in conflict about what to do. Should I fight or should I not fight?
Yeah.
Right? You can translate this into any conflict of your life.
True.
Should I go to work? Should I not go to work? Right? Should I pick up my child or should I not pick up my child?
True.
Anything, any random conflict that you have, you can apply that instead of Arjuna's conflict.
Yeah.
And the rest of the book applies to you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right?
You know, it's so ironical that you say this. Almost gives me goosebumps because in my book, The Parents I Met, I've said exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
Which is that that whether it's the Gita or it's the previous generations who've been through that conflict. I mean, hamare time mein, we had right? Like parents are complaining today of screen time or whatever, right? Like the tools may change or the distractions may change, but the tools and the abilities to deal with it is time immemorial, right?
Yeah.
Like exactly the same thing and brilliantly said.
Yeah, those things don't change.
Yeah.
Kids will always find something to get distracted by.
Yeah.
If it wasn't
Cable TV, it's
cable
Netflix,
TV.
or
Before
it's,
that, it was whatever rock and roll bands. You can go dancing. There, at one point they were thinking that those local dancing clubs were leading children down the wrong path.
And today we're talking of social media.
Okay. So at every generation, parents are always worried that this new thing is what is ruining our children.
Because that's also resistance, which is exhausting us.
Yeah.
Because we're obviously trying to resist the change because it's in static abilities where we find comfort.
Yes.
I have summed up this conversation in the most beautiful manner, saying that I'm extremely attentive as a student. And
well done.
Well
10 out
done.
of 10.
Did I pass?
Yes.
Oh, thank God. 10 on 10. Ek test mein I got 10 on 10. So I'm very, very happy about that.
For parenting tips, celebrity interviews, recipes, conversations with experts, DIYs, and lots more. Subscribe to Kidsstoppress now.